Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy D.J.J here with the very first episode of Rapper Vlogs, and I'm going to show you how I made the beat to your favorite song, Alpha. Let's dive in. Alright, so here we are. We're in FL Studio where I produce, record, mix, and master all of my music. It's a program that I've grown familiar with. FL Studio 20, I love it dearly, and I don't think I'll be changing it anytime soon. So let's get into the very first sound that I used when I started making Alpha. I picked out this pluck string that I heard while I was messing around with some noises. It's kind of like an eerie, dark, like cryptic kind of sound. Like you listen to it, so like once I heard it, I'm like, all right, I'm definitely going to be making something dark, something completely crazy with this sound. And that's kind of where I came up with the melody, which turned out to be like this. And once I came up with that, I was like, yo, this is going to be a crazy track. I can feel it. But once I had that, I got stuck. I didn't know what to add to it. And so the idea came to add a synth. And I was like, this needs a synth, obviously. And so I went into Citrus again to find a synth. And so I found a basic subtracting synth that sounded like this. And that's how I made this synth pattern right here. Let me show it to you. And so then I kind of started slowly adding things in like the way you see here. So I only had the synth and the melody. So the intro sounds like this that I had so far. And so I was like, yo, that's a good start. This is starting to sound good and coming together a little bit, but that synth sounded a little bit weak. So behind the synth, I put a sub bass, and that's where it all started coming together from there. Check it out. And so that's how I got the synth to sound more powerful and be more in front of the melody versus being behind the melody. Like the melody sounds good on its own, but I wanted something that was going to be like punchy and come in strong, and that's how I got that to come around. And then later on in the beat, I knew that I needed a build-up. I know that I needed a build-up. And normally I put in the build-up around the 8-bar mark, but I was like, yo, the build-up needs to happen a little bit sooner and then start adding something in and then taking it out and then hit the chorus. So the idea came again to add another synth. So I think I used the same synth for the build-up, and this is what it ended up sounding like right here. So that was like kind of like the start of the build-up, and then I added this very, very subtle melodic piano that sounded super good. So that synth was the start of the build-up, and it sounded incredibly dope, but I wanted to hear something melodic and soft behind it, so I came up with this piano melody right here, and I'll let you guys check this out. And then when you put it all together, it sounds like this. And so then when I was just trying to put everything together, I wanted the synth to come in first, the piano to come in, and then I took the piano out just to kind of add a different element to the build-up. So check it out. This is what I did. And then it cuts to the chorus, and then I knew I needed an extra sound for the chorus, but I didn't want to add in too much, and I didn't want something that was going to overpower everything that I already had. So the idea was like, hey, why don't you put in a flute? And that was the best idea I could have made, because it turned out like this. And then with the drums, I knew I needed something that was going to be... I needed a rhythm that was going to be in your face. I wanted something that was just going to be like, yo, I'm here. Here I am. And so let me just kind of get this in a loop for you guys to hear. This is what I came up with the drum pattern. All right, check it out. I mean, listening to the song itself, you would never have guessed that I layered 3 different kick drums and put an 808 on top of it. Had a crispy hi-hat, and then a snare and a clap. And this was the end result right here.
Yo, watch yourself, this ain't the energy you're used to. Try to run me over, I'll run right through you. You're dealing with a beast, a real-life monster. I'm a different breed, yo, I am the alpha.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my video. I appreciate you guys checking this out. If you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comments, and share it around with your friends and family, your dog, your aunt, your uncle, your grandma, your teacher, your coworker, whoever may be interested in seeing some behind-the-scenes music production. Let me know if you want to see more things like this. I'll take you behind the scenes of other songs that I'll be doing in the future. Other than that, please make sure you like, subscribe, and turn those notifications on so you never miss a video from your boy. Other than that, this has been the very first episode of Rapper Vlogs. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care of yourselves. Peace.